It is Monday again. Here we are. It is 64 degrees here in the parking lot. It is going to be a massive, like towards the 90s. You know, it's going to be really, really warm. Fahrenheit. And it's going to be warm as heck by the time we get out of here today. Just a wee bit, tepidly hot. Is that even a word? Yeah, we watched Boom. Boom. Good episode, to be honest with you. And I was glad somebody else, because I had completely forgotten about Villain Guard. That, because some folks apparently were upset that the Doctor didn't completely, dismantle Villain Guard or something like that, and I'm like somebody brought up, because he already did. If you flash back to the Empty Child Doctor dances, because I'll never forget that particular episode, because I got into it with my fellow podcasters who, just yanked and heard stuff that wasn't in the episode. They were sitting there going off on me about how they claimed the Doctor got his sonic screwdriver at Villain Guard. And it's like, no, he took out the factory at Villain Guard. I remember all that, and then they were pissed at me and didn't speak to me for weeks because I put the quote up when I edited the podcast and said, there's no mention of the new Sonic coming from Villain Guard, and it never did. Just because Jack has a sonic weapon doesn't mean everything Sonic in the series came from one location. But that's a long time ago in Fowey. Well, I think that what's going to happen is, as you pointed out there in your comment, they're streaming the episodes, and then everybody's looking at the BBC overnight figures still instead of what the episodes are getting on Disney. And then when you add those together, that's when you get your consolidated. I have to check what the consolidateds are for the first two episodes. I couldn't find a listed figure, but I keep hearing they're out there. I love how everybody will talk about it, but just list the damn things, for crying out loud, so we know what you're talking about. So when I get home today, I'm going to look those up, because they should be posted somewhere by now. And that's where you really base, what's going on. I think Doctor Who was like the eighth watch. I'm trying to remember if this was correct, so you may want to go double check this. Doctor Who was in like number 8 in the top. Yeah, it was like in the number 8 of the top 10 of Disney Plus for last week. So it ain't doing too shabby, especially for the Disney, because Disney want the money. So, from what I'm seeing, no, it's not doing horrifically bad. It's just, the problem is these guys out there in, negative, nega land, and I'm saying nega as a negative, okay? Not that certain racial slur that you're probably all going to say. I'm actually saying they're out there in the negative land. And all they're going to look at is the overnights, because that supports their theory that everything that doesn't have a straight white male in charge of it is going down the tubes. And it's kind of sad, too, because they're sitting there shouting, diversity, diversity, ah! And I'm like, what? Okay. These guys are just insane on some of these channels. I hope everyone liked the graphic I put in my... I love how they tried to shut down one of my videos where I actually had a couple of those guys from Freaks and Gatekeepers showing us their true colors on the Fallout trailer. They tried smacking it with a copyright notice. I claim fair use. That copyright notice is gone. But then I also had a hit for the music, all 6 seconds of the ink spots. And I'm like, I even sent back on that one. I said, guys, what? This is not even 6 seconds of a song of which the version was put out in 1948. That means you're copyright claiming me on a song that is 76 years old. What is wrong with this picture? It's just gotten seriously insane. Anything that can be made money off of, and like I said, it's not necessarily the artists that are doing it. It's a lot of these, big name record companies as well as small name ones who like to go out and they nitpick all the older tunes out and then they put them on compilation albums. You go, so that way, they're still making money off artists who could be long dead. It is a good day today. I am in a good mood. I will be at least for another hour or two, and then the mid-morning anxiety will drop in, and then I'll start to feel like I am chained and just merely a cog in the great machine, and then usually just after lunch I get over it. If I remember right, I think this is Memorial Day weekend coming up, ain't it? So we'll have a 3-day weekend. Have to go check my calendar. But like I said, it is already like 60, going on 65 degrees out here. And it's going to be upwards of over 85 by the time we get out this afternoon. It's going to be insane. Ugh, man. Someone did an 11-minute speed run of Fallout 1. I don't want to... Oh, God, I might want to see that because that game was pretty... even for its time, Fallout, the original, was pretty big. And the combat was turn-based. Yeah, so far, like I said, I'm not having a major problem with this new series of Doctor Who. Like I said, I enjoyed Space Babies. Like I said, I thought it was fun. Sure, it wasn't the greatest science fiction epic I've ever watched, but I enjoyed myself. I had a laugh. I was like, and of course, yeah, I agree with one of my fellow podcasters. They overdid it on the babies talking thing, because there's just certain moments in there that you can just really tell this is bad CGI. But other than that, it was a fun episode. I enjoyed it. Like I said, I really wish I had enjoyed the second episode a bit more, but I couldn't. The villain took me right out of the story. I was like, Devil's Court. I'm like, yeah, and this is your villain? You couldn't have done better? Now, it did touch on that type of territory because the way those movies did their story, with the CGI mouths and all that, but I actually enjoyed it because that's what I was kind of dreading. It's like, oh great, here we go. It's like, baby geniuses all over again. But like I said, they weren't baby geniuses, but still, it was a fun episode to watch. Yeah, so next time you're watching, boom, remember, Villain Guard was mentioned all the way back in the 9th Doctor era. It was Empty Child Doctor dances, and it was the factories at Villain Guard where there's now a banana tree grew. Because that's where Jack got his sonic weapon. So, yep, we've seen Villain Guard mentioned before. Plus, don't buy that crap from RTD about Susan Twist. That had to have been the lamest duck excuse I'd ever heard in my life. There's a shortage of actors. Right. Yeah, this one looks like, 73 yards. Looks like it's going to be a Dr. Light episode. We'll just get an interesting take to see how that goes. So, looking forward to that one. Well, folks, I'm going to start getting ready to hit the dusty trail, go inside, get this day over with. So please, be kind, be calm, be safe. Enjoy, the rest of your day. And hopefully we'll see you all again tomorrow.